Hi, I'm Jeff Biggers with Bigger Hats, and today we're going to learn how to shape a Biggs crown. Now the first thing you want to do is put a center line right down the middle. If you mark it with your customer's face, you're going to do the mark in the front and back. Draw a straight line. Next thing you want to do is square off that back. Now you're going to do the same thing in the front, but it's going to be half as much as in the back. So these two lines are going to be parallel to each other. It looks kind of like a capital I. Now we're going to roll all this in and make our side dimple, which is going to go all the way down like a cattleman crown. Not an up north, not a mimic, all the way down. Let's pull that in. So now on these side dimples, we're going to pull them out. You want to make sure it's not too tapered because it will hit your customer's head. So to do that, I put my hands on the inside. I push out. And then I press in to make a nice shelf right here. You see how that's clean. And that one's kind of pushed in. This one looks better and it's going to fit them better. Now you want to check and make sure they're the same height. So you look from the front, you look from the back, and then you look from the top. You can see that the dimples, you want them to match. One of the things that's most important is you want to make sure these are vertical walls, straight up and down. You don't want them coming out, you don't want them going in. Straight vertical walls, just like a cattleman crown. Anything else that's going to start down the middle, you're going to straight up and down. So now we're going to pop that center up. Now you just want to pop it up enough to get it started. Don't try to go too far because when you do, you're going to mess up your walls. So when I press down, I keep my hands right in the center. I press down and I'm pushing in on these walls to make sure they stay straight. Now what we're going to do is outline. You're going to trace that on the inside, and I do that with my thumb from the inside. So now it's just a circle pushed up. Do the same for the front. One thing about the Biggs crowns, it's usually shorter, about 4.5, 4.25. So you have these ridges on the inside. You want to make sure they don't hit the customer's head on top. So what I do is come back and flatten those out. With my thumbs, I just press down. Right here. Just press that down. Now you can't see that from the top, but that's going to give them a lot of room. There you go, Biggs crown. I invented the Biggs crown way back in 2001. My head is shaped, the back of my head is much wider than the front, and a typical cattleman crown just doesn't fit my head well because the shape of the crown affects the way it fits. And so I was just making it wider, messing with it. And back then, you know, everybody wore either a cattleman crown, 90%, or an up north or a brick. The bull riders were wearing those. Pretty much everybody wore a cattleman crown. So when I started wearing it, got a lot of looks. A lot of people asking me, what is that? What are you wearing? This hat here, that is the very first Biggs crown that I ever did. Now, like a lot of shapes, over time they evolve, and you'll notice that this looks much different than this one. The first reason for that is because this is made on a 5 3/4 crown 51 block, and this is made on a 6-inch crown, and there's much more hat in there that you got to do something with. So it's going to be popped up more, and therefore you got to make it more defined. So that's the original, and that's what it's turned into over time. Thanks for watching.